I don't think this is intentional. This is probably going to get nerfed, but this is definitely the fastest running speed in the entire. All right, now here we are in round 55. This is the current health cap on Cold War. So however these upgraded variants perform on this round, they're going to perform the same on round 100, round 1000, any round you go to. Nova Die has actually been buffed more than what the default version and the electric version has done, which is interesting because like I said, all right, so now we've got the Nova Die. One thing I want to test out is how quickly we can get the Ring of Fire by just spamming shots. This is actually doing triple the damage of the old Nova Die. I have 2 self-revives. I don't know how that's going to work. I'll let you guys know as I go down, but I have 2 self. Oh, they did this upgrade dirty. All right, and welcome back, guys. It is time. We have gotten the Season 6 update, and with that, we should now be able to go in game and pack a punch the new D.I.E Shockwave all the way up to tier 3 and see if it is potentially the new best wonder weapon in Cold War Zombies. You know, beforehand, the D.I.E Shockwave was widely considered to be the worst single wonder weapon in this game, and who knows, with that it might have changed. We don't actually have the brand new Forsaken map yet. All we've got is the update, but it is confirmed we can pack a punch the D.I.E Shockwave. I'm definitely curious about that. So in this video, what we're going to do is we are going to go to the health cap of zombies, which is round 55. We are going to get the D.I.E Shockwave. We're going to test it out with the base form. We're going to test out the non-pack-a-punch version for all 5 variations on round 55, see how much damage they do. And then after that, we're going to pack-a-punch all 5 of them and see how well they perform on health cap, seeing if any one of them kind of beats out the ray gun, beats out the other wonder weapons. And that is the entire goal of this video. It is going to be a very long grind testing all that out and all that stuff. So if you're new here and want to sub, I would greatly appreciate it. Our goal is to hit 175,000 subs before Vanguard comes out. And on top of that, I got to give a massive thanks to everyone who's going to like, comment, and watch this video in its entirety. I'm super excited for Vanguard because pretty much we test everything out in this game when new stuff comes out like this. So if you want to see content like this for future updates in Cold War Zombies or future updates in Vanguard, definitely make sure you drop a sub. But with that, let me go ahead and acquire the D.I.E Shockwave. All right, come on, split, 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 split. I need that part. Split. Split, 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 split. There we go. I'll take that. And here we go. I'll take this. And I have a feeling I'm going to regret this, but let's turn on the Rampage Inducer to get some more zombies to spawn in for this middle part over here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ooh, well, there goes the entire horde that I saved up. Nice. All right, now that we've got a new horde, let's go ahead and activate this without going down and get all the zombies to die in front of it. Breaking our armor. Nice, nice, nice. Whoop, whoop. All right, there we go. Discharge it. Go ahead and grab it real quick. Now let's go and head our way down to the Pack-a-Punch machine. All right, moment of truth. Let's go ahead, put it in the Pack-a-Punch machine, and there we go. We now have the D.E.A.D Thunder Blast. That is a super fitting name. We even joked about it earlier, going from the D.I.E Shockwave to the Dead Shockwave, but it goes to the Dead Thunder Blast. That is sick, and look at that blast. That almost looks darker than the original one. That's pretty sick. But yeah, now we got one last thing to do. Let's go ahead and work our way all the way up to round 55, which is the current health cap of zombies, which is going to take a fairly good bit of time. All right, now here we are in round 55. This is the current health cap on Cold War. So however these upgraded variants perform on this round, they're going to perform the same on round 100, round 1000, any round you go to. Here's what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to go get the default version of the D.I.E Shockwave. We're going to test the damage values for the default versions. Then we're going to take the Pack-a-Punch version of all 4 element versions and test them against zombies, see how good they are. Going to round 55, I've mainly been using the electric one, and I can tell you right now, this is definitely improved. I've been on Penthouse most of the time, and this thing is absolutely frying on this. And it's a little bit buggy. So if we take the D.I.E Shockwave, look, if we run and shoot at the same time, you can kind of just jet around the map. I don't think this is intentional. This is probably going to get nerfed, but this is definitely the fastest running speed in the entire game. You get this, you get stamina up. You could probably stack this with Tesla Storm and everything else. Actually ridiculous. And something else that's buggy about this season, if you look at the bottom left, I have 2 self-revives. I don't know how that's going to work. I'll let you guys know as I go down, but I have 2 self-revive, which I've never done that on Cold War before. But let me go ahead, see if I can get the default version of the die so we can get the normal damage numbers. Probably shouldn't. Ooh, look at that. There we go, baby. This is going to be kind of risky, though, because now what we got to do is get rid of that. Oh, shoot. Oh, crap. Well, oh, we still have a quick revive. No freaking way. No! Oh, we got it. We got it in time. Okay, cool, cool, cool. But yeah, we still have a quick revive. So that's interesting. I don't know how we got 2 quick revives. And yeah, just a heads up, in this video, I'm going to be training pretty poorly just because we're on the PS5 with mouse and keyboard and it's a little bit janky. So let's go ahead. Oh, we have no ammo, but let's buy ammo. We've got more than enough points to go ahead and buy ammo for this. Let's see how much damage we do on health cap with the default D.I.E Shockwave non-pack-a-punched. We are doing 15,000 damage per shot, and you can clearly tell that we're going to go down if we keep trying to do this because it is not killing much of anything with the default version. Let's also test the default damage for the suck, which this scales with health. So right now it's going to be doing more damage than what it's done previously, but it's not going to do any more damage than what it's currently doing. All right, let's go to the zombie here. It looks like we're doing around an average of about 8,000 damage. It depends on range. So 8,000 for the suck, a little bit less, a little bit more, depending on the range and the health of the zombie. And then one more time, 15,000 for the blast. All right, and now for the electric. And no, the suck damage doesn't change depending on what variant you have. So let's go ahead and see. It looks like we're doing about, and this actually does more damage the longer you shoot. So let's see the base damage. It looks like it starts off with about 1,000 total damage. Yeah, that seems to be that. And after we get it going for a while, let's see how we can get it up to. So there's 3,000, 7,000, 8,000. So 7,500 seems to be the cap damage that we're doing on this. That's pretty much all I was seeing for that. Now for the non-pack-a-punch Nova one, it looks like the tick damage for that's doing 1,500 damage per tick. And before the update, this was my favorite one to use. This one does so much more damage than the other ones. It does an area effect damage. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to kill the zombies in front of you. But this one's actually insane for getting high rounds. I actually have more kills with the Nova die than any other weapon in the game. Now, testing out the fire one, let's go ahead and get... Oh, no. Let's not go down here. All right, so let's go ahead, test out the fire die. And I'm not going to lie, out of all the ones, this is probably the one I've used the least. But let's go ahead and get some damage numbers for it. It looks like it's doing 50,000 damage in one shot. Yeah, it's 50,000 damage. That's a ton of damage. It's still one-shotting zombies, and we're out of ammo with it. So I'm definitely going to be surprised what this one does. This one might be pretty good for bosses once you get this one max upgraded, because that is, it's an insane amount of damage. And then we've got the cryo die. Let's go ahead and see how much damage it's doing. It appears to be about 2,000 damage, which is honestly not much of anything. Honestly, this one's probably worse than the fire die. I don't know why. I don't use... Yeah. That is only doing 2,000 damage per hit. That is not a lot whatsoever. But it is now time to go ahead, pack-a-punch this tier 3 and test out all of the pack-a-punch versions. All right, here we go. Go up to the machine. That is tier 1 pack-a-punch. Oh, come on, game. Come on, game. Tier 2, tier 3. All right, and let's... Oh, dang. Okay, so here we go. We have now got it to a tier 3 pack-a-punch. Let's see what kind of damage we're doing with the default D.I.E Shockwave. We are now doing 30,000 damage, which is half of what the zombies have in terms of health cap. And then when it comes to sucking the zombies, we are still doing about 8,000. So when you pack-a-punch it all the way up to tier 3, you're actually not doing any more damage with the sucking. The only thing it upgrades is the damage you are doing by shooting them. All right, so let's go ahead, buy full ammo again. So yeah, it caps out at 90 bullets. And all it really appears to have done for the default version is get us down. But no, in all seriousness, what it did is double the damage. It went from 15,000 damage to 30,000 damage. And it appears that the sucking effect on it didn't gain any extra damage. So all it did was make the actual blast of this do more damage. But let's see about the other different types of it. Here we are with the max upgraded electric die. It is called the Dead Jolt Surge. And the original version was doing 1,000 damage for the base. And once you got it up to the max damage, it was doing around 8,000 damage. So let's go ahead and see exactly what this guy has in store for us. So we're starting off doing 2,000 damage and going up to a total of about 16,000. I saw 17,000. So from what it looks like, when you max pack the D.I.E Shockwave, it just doubles the damage value for everything. I guess we'll have to go test out with the other two, but so far for the base variant, it doubled the damage. For the electric version, it has doubled the damage as well. So here we are with the maxed out Nova die, and before pack-a-punching it, it was doing 1,500 damage per tick, and now it's actually doing 4,500. So that's more than double. Per tick, we are actually doing... Yeah, it's doing triple. It's not doing 1,500. It's doing 4,500. That's interesting. So from what it looks like, the Nova die has actually been buffed more than what the default version and the electric version has done, which is interesting because, like I said before, this Pack-a-Punch thing, this, in my opinion, for high rounds was the most useful one because you're able to put it at choke points and do mass amounts of damage. So I definitely want to try this on Penthouse after we're done testing the other two and see kind of what it does. Here's the maxed out fire die, the dead immolator, and let's go ahead and test it out. It was doing 50,000 per shot before Pack-a-Punching it. And now it is doing, I can't even tell, bro. This is doing a lot of damage, though. It's doing 60,000. Wait, it's only doing 60,000? I'm pretty sure it was doing 50,000 before he packed it. Hold on, that's not right. Yeah. Oh, they did this upgrade dirty. It was definitely doing 50,000 before the upgrade. This only adds an additional 10k damage. So some of the upgrades got double the damage. One of them, the Nova die, got triple. This got an extra 10k damage. So now it's going to one-shot zombies on health cap. But going from 50,000 damage to 60,000 damage, I wouldn't really consider, you know, going from the base tier to third tier Pack-a-Punch. That's... oh. And I already thought this was the worst upgrade out of all of them. And it pretty much gets zero additional effect once you Pack-a-Punch it. That's kind of sad. Oh my. Okay. I take back everything I said about the fire die. This ice die is hands down the single worst one in the game. Even when upgraded, I'm pretty much gonna end up losing this game now. I've gone down like 4 or 5 times trying to record this clip. This thing, it did double the damage. It's doing a total of 40,000 damage right now, but it is not good whatsoever. The fire die was definitely doing so much better than what this was, to the point where I was doing fine with all other of the upgrades, but as soon as I switched over to this ice die, it was pretty much game over. Going down immediately. No, like, you don't get the additional run speed. You don't get any of that. It's taken forever to kill the zombies compared to the other three. Even though the ice die got double the damage from the previous upgrade and, you know, the fire die only got a 20% increase, the fire die is still better than the ice die. I can't stand to use this. Overall, the ranking list of it, I would have to say that the two main ones that you'd want to use would be the Nova die and the electric die. The ice die and the fire die just... they really aren't it. They're not that great. Even using Ring of Fire, I've died multiple times trying to use Ring of Fire with this thing. Even using Ring of Fire, it doesn't do enough damage to stop the zombies in front of you. It is miserable. All right, here we go. Ring of Fire. Go, 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 go. Nope, they're gaining. They're gaining. Yeah, look. Oh, no. This thing is... it kills the zombies. I mean, it's better than a lot of bullet weapons, but compared to what the other dies can do, this ice die is just plain bad. All right, so let's go on top of Penthouse and let's use the... oh, it doesn't have any ammo. Doesn't have any ammo. All right, so now we've got the Nova die. One thing I want to test out is how quickly we can get the Ring of Fire by just spamming shots. This is actually doing triple the damage of the old Nova die. And I'm not going to lie. In my opinion, the old Nova die was the most useful. So I'm definitely excited that this one got the biggest update here. But I don't know if it's going to be as good as just spamming. Oh, I mean, it pretty much fully recharged our Ring of Fire pretty freaking quickly there. Like, that took a couple shots there. So at the beginning of the round, if you have the Nova die, you can just kind of spam it at that spawn point, and you're going to instantly get your Ring of Fire ready to go. The only bad part is, I think that's kind of the gimmicky use of it. As you can see here, the ray gun's just going to be better. I mean, it still is. Even the Nova die doing triple the damage, it does a lot of damage. It just doesn't kill the zombies instantly, which is what you need with the ray gun. And especially because since we're getting PhD relatively soon, I mean, the ray gun's going to be getting even more powerful. So when it comes down to, is the Nova die better than the ray gun? No, it is not. All right, now let's do the same test with the electric die. And yeah, it's killing them, but this would not be a viable option. So there it goes. Even though you can now Pack-a-Punch the different variations of the die, not gonna lie, you still definitely want to use the ray gun on this map. No, none of the upgrades are better. Definitely not the ice die. That is terrible. You definitely don't want to use that. Fire die is not that great either. Honestly, when it comes down to it, the electric die doesn't really hold. The Nova die is kind of gimmicky. You can use it at the start of the round. I will give the fire die one more shot because it does one-shot kill zombies. So maybe I've been giving it hate for no reason. Let's see how the fire die holds up on top of Penthouse. And yeah, it kills them. There's just such... oh my god, there's such a long delay. Yeah, that is not happening. So that's it. That is the final answer. The die, you can Pack-a-Punch it now, and in some cases, it's tripling the damage. But even tripling the damage of the D.I.E Shockwave does not compete with the ray gun, especially now that PhD is a thing. So that's pretty much our full review of it. I do want to go into Outbreak and test it against Orda. My goal is to get a game where I fully max out the die on wave 2 and see how quickly we can use the electric bolt die to take down Orda. That might be a video that we're going to post later today. But give me your opinions. How do you feel about them allowing us to pack a punch the D.I.E Shockwave? And do you think it maybe should have done a little bit more damage? Because I love the fact that they're allowing us to do this, but it's still a lot weaker than all of the other wonder weapons. The D.I.E Shockwave is weaker than the Ray K. It's weaker than the Cerberus by a lot. It's weaker than the ray gun. It is still the weakest wonder weapon in the entire game. I was hoping for a little bit more, but I'm glad they went back and did this. It's cool, but I'm not going to get a ton of use out of it. So thank you guys so much for watching, especially all the way to the end, and I will see you guys next time.